Hello, my friends. I would like to invite you to take part in an April poetry celebration coming up in just a few days. Like many people in this country and all over the world, we will spend a month reading poetry, writing poetry, loving poetry, and celebrating poetry. You can think of yourself as a poet. You can think of yourself not as a poet. You can think of yourself as a person who writes a poem every now and again. It doesn't matter. All are welcome, however you think of yourself. And it's fun and it's free. And you are truly welcome. My name is Kate Chadbourne. I am a poet and teacher, and I'm the founder of the Bardic Academy and the Celtic Wisdom School. And this is our 5th April Poetry Celebration, our 5th annual. And for 5 years, we have partnered with the journal makers Jumping Fox Design, who have very kindly provided us with prizes each year, and this year is no exception. More on them in a moment. So how do you take part in this celebration? Every Monday, I'll be sharing a video. The majority of the videos, once we get going, will be taken up with your poems. I'll be reading out your poems, which is delightful to me. And I'll also be sharing some poems on our theme that I think will inspire you and move you and that you'll like. I'll also be sharing what I call sparks and dares. A spark is just an optional idea to get you writing, and a dare is something you might do in the world related to poetry. So every Monday, I'll be sharing a video on YouTube. You can just go back and find them. I'll be sending them out to my mailing list as well and posting them on my website. And then by Friday, I would love for you to send me a poem or several poems. Many, like me, will write a poem every day for the month of April. Some of you will choose to write a poem a week. That is wonderful. Some of you will choose to write just a few poems over the month. Whatever you decide is perfect. Totally up to you. And just think, if you haven't been writing poems, even if you write 2 poems in the month of April, it's a win. So again, videos come out on Monday, and by Friday, I'll invite you to send me your poems to kate@katechadbourne.com, and I will be including many of those poems in the video for the following Monday. So, I mentioned we have prizes. This year, we have something entirely new, and I wanted to keep it in its box. Look how glorious this is. Here's Jumping Fox Design is a woman-owned and run journal company out of California. And the fox is their mascot. So here we come. They have created a very beautiful notebook. I am so excited. This is their notebook. Look at the way it's a spiral bound notebook, so it will lay open. It's gorgeous. The paper is this beautiful cream color, lightly lined. You can put a date at the top. Each page is perforated. I mean, this is the most deluxe notebook that ever has been made, in my opinion. It also has this gorgeous pocket in the back. And can you see it's got this great fox cutout? And as a fox fan myself, I am so excited to fill this up with poems. We will have these as prizes. The prizes I just draw your names out of a hat. Every week that you participate, I put your name in the hat. So potentially you have 4 chances to win. If you send me poems 2 weeks, you'll have 2 chances to win. And it's just very exciting. It just sweetens the pot. So thank you so much to Jumping Fox Design for believing in us, for sticking with us, for partnering with us in creating poetry and community during the month of April. It's fantastic. So our theme this year is love. We have not had that as a theme yet, and I thought this year is the right time. My own word of the year this year is love poet, and I'm interested in love and poetry. So that's what we're going to focus on. More on that as the weeks come. Our sub-theme always is connection and community, and that's what we create through this celebration. I do this every year for 5 years. I volunteer my time with great love and excitement because I believe in poetry. I believe that writing poetry is this marvelous act of alchemy of the inside of us and the outside of us, and it's powerful and empowering. And I also believe in poets as well. Poets are people who pause and reflect and think and share. And poets are, to me, generous and inspiring. And that's you, my friends. If you write poems, if you've written one poem, in my opinion, you're a poet. I also believe that all poets matter. It does not matter if you are a famous poet. I am not a famous poet. I am a devoted, passionate poet. I am spending my life writing poems. Maybe you are too. I believe that matters. You know, John Keats, Emily Dickinson, many others were not famous in their lifetimes, but what did they leave us? You know, one poem can change everything. I want to share with you a poem that I wrote. This year, I have been studying the poems of Seamus Heaney, and just really, I've been reading straight through his catalog, and I've been so moved, and I've been helped and accompanied and befriended, and I feel like mentored. So I wanted to, this is actually also a Jumping Fox design binder that I write my messy drafts in, and I want to read this poem that I wrote for Seamus Heaney, and it's called The Boat. A month in the study, studying you, Seamus, and I know you'd say, the feast is elsewhere, don't take troubadour for paramour. The ballad singer is not the battle, the analyst is a byline stander attending. Not the hewer of histories, nor the star around which stories cohere. I'm not sure. I agree, yes, and defer to your modesty, understanding you'd rather stay at farmhouse scale. A man who follows other men through doors and takes a seat at the fire. Fair enough. But the epic all spirals all voices and players into its undifferentiated hall. And there you are, singer, and now song. You shift and open another book, not yours, to hand me. I don't press the point. It's not just the gleam of word hoard that beckoned me. Glut and heft, haft and haw, but your way of standing in the stream, letting it flow through and around you, changing it in your way with words, and bowing as the words eddied a while, then rushed on to the sea, where they lift our boats, buoyed and befriended, and carry us. That's what I think a poem can be for us. All poems. Sometimes they are exactly the thing we need. If you would like to get a jump, I'm going to offer a spark right now. Write a poem about or for a poet who has lifted your boat. That could be any poet, alive or not alive, past or present. See what comes of that, only if you like. And again, if you want to, send it to me, kate@katechadbourne.com. So please share this video. We are a very, very small operation here, and it's wonderful if our community includes people who would like to be a part of it. If you have a friend who likes to write poems or you think might enjoy the very homemade nature of what we're doing here, send this video to them and invite them to share, even if they write one poem this month. It's wonderful. So thank you very much for tuning in. Our first official video will come out on the 1st of April, Monday, and we'll get started for a month-long celebration of poetry. I look forward to it. Thank you all.